Welcome back to Parking Lot Chats with Corn.
And Bo.
So,
Where do you want to start?
I don't know. I feel like I have a lot, and like I've been sending things all week, so I don't even know. Do I go through my screenshots first, or like the things that I've been sending to myself?
I don't know. I have a question for you though.
Okay, yeah, just right there.
Would you ever date a hypnotist? That's how you say it, right?
Hypnotist.
Yeah.
No. I feel like that is a dangerous and scary ass game. What if they hypnotize you to do something that you don't want to do?
Right? Like, I don't know if I could either.
Right.
But apparently Jennifer Aniston is.
You know, I want good things for her, but I don't know that that's it.
I don't know if I could do it. It would be very...
Is it a famous hypnotist? Like, does he have money, or is he going to hypnotize her and have her, like, fund his lifestyle and steal all her money? Because
right.
I don't
know. I never heard of him. So
I don't know famous hypnotists,
but I don't know
though.
hypnotists
right.
either. Like, I'm not in that, like,
and, like,
what do you call it? That
world?
But,
like, even if you were famous, how famous could a hypnotist be compared to Jennifer Aniston?
Not at all.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it. But, like, hypnotists deserve love, too, right?
I guess. But maybe with, like, fellow hypnotists so that they know their tricks.
Right.
Right? Stay to your own kind, hypnotist. Does that make me classist? Something? That makes me something, I feel like. That wasn't a nice thing to say. But I think I'm going to stand by it.
Right.
Because you can't have hypnotists out here dating normal people and hypnotizing them.
Right. Like making them quack like a duck. I'm just kidding. But
well,
you know
maybe.
What I mean? Yeah.
Maybe. What if she's at an award ceremony and then she just fucking loses her mind? Because he said tree.
I mean, I guess it could be fun too, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not there. I don't think I'm in it. She is though. She's dating.
I mean, okay.
Apparently, I don't know. They just were spotted together.
That's
you know,
People magazine said.
Like talking to one. She was spotted next to one, so now they're dating. I don't know.
I mean, I want nothing but good things for her, but
you probably hypnotize her for the date.
Right. Is that how they got together in the first place?
That's how he met her to begin with.
Right. How do you meet a hypnotist? Like,
probably at the circus. I'm just kidding. The county fair.
I don't think Jennifer Aniston goes to the county fair.
Maybe.
You know what? The Orange County Fair is pretty cool.
She's not got much going on these days. What does she do?
I'm pretty sure she does like rom-coms with Adam Sandler on Netflix.
Yeah, every 3 years.
I never watched any of them, I don't think, but I've heard good things.
I've watched all of them. I've watched a few of them.
I feel like I've heard good things, but I don't know.
They're funny together.
I'm always like, a movie's too long, you know what I mean? But then I'll watch like a 10-part, hour-long series, you know what I mean? And then it's 10 hours.
And I love a rom-com, so I do watch them.
But I don't think she's doing anything else, dating a hypnotist.
Yeah.
Maybe she was at the fair.
Right. So much time on her hands.
Right.
Whenever I say hypnotist, I think hippo anonymous. every time we just said that, that's all I could think of.
All right, well now my rant
that wasn't Adam Sandler, was it? Yes, it was.
I think it was.
It was. Dang, that was so full circle. I didn't even mean it.
That was pretty good.
All right, yeah. I just saw that and I thought, wow, I gotta ask her if I would, whatever.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think that's a smart plan. But I had something about somebody else dating. I feel like now that you said that, it made me think of like who else was dating. Then I was like, wait, what?
I don't think I saw any new love connections.
Oh yeah, Tom Brady and Sophia Vegara.
Yes, I did see that.
People are like, is she too old for him? What do you mean? They're the same age. This is age
isn't he
appropriate.
old?
What is wrong with you guys? Why would she
he's
be
not
too old for him?
because he's like our age.
But I feel like they're age appropriate. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
absolutely. He's not like super young.
Because he's 50 and he's hot and he could maybe get a 20-year-old if he wanted to Leo DiCaprio.
I don't think he's quite 50. I think he's in his early 40s.
You know what? To be retired from the NFL, that makes sense. But for some reason, I feel like he pulled a what's it called? You know what I mean?
He was old in the NFL at 40.
He's 47.
So late 40s. How old is she?
Right.
She's got to be around the same age. Or like maybe she's early 40s. But she's definitely not too young for him, I wouldn't think.
Look at Google trying to pretend like they don't know what I'm talking about. You know that I wanted to know her age. Why didn't you come up with that? 53.
Oh, yeah.
Also, because she's 5 years older than him, she's too old. At their age, that's appropriate.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I think that's very age appropriate. You know what? I like it.
They probably have fun together.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I bet they do. I bet they have a nice time. I bet they have a good time. I feel
like it's a fun relationship. I don't think it's like a
serious relationship.
Yeah.
But like, do you need a serious relationship? Have fun if you want, guys.
Right.
Good for them. I don't like how the internet's been calling her old, though. You know what I mean? That's age appropriate. Leave them be.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Right.
Speaking of couples, to stay on topic, Brody Jenner got married again.
Oh.
To his baby mama.
I watched
Tia Blanco is her name.
The New Hills, and he had a wife then. What happened?
Yeah, they got divorced right after that.
Right. Are they going to do another The Hills, or they're like, no, you guys had enough of Spencer? He's on TikTok. You can watch him there.
I don't know. I don't think anybody else would agree to The Hills except Spencer.
But we watched the new one.
We did watch the new one, but it didn't last very long.
No.
It was only 2 seasons, I think.
Was it 2? I feel like I only watched 1.
Maybe just 1.
Maybe it was just 1.
But do you know, supposedly, and I don't know how true this is, they walked down the aisle to The Hills theme song. I don't know. That's what US Weekly told me today. But do we believe that? Is that true?
I kind of hope that it is.
Is that The Rest Is Still Unwritten? Right? Wasn't that?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it fits.
It definitely fits, but would you do that? He probably would do that.
You probably would do that. I think you would, and I think it's funny.
And then,
like, it's a second wedding, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, let's
but
be a little goofy.
It's her first, so...
Yeah, but maybe if she's cool about it.
Apparently, if that really happened. And then people were giving Spencer shit that he wasn't there, but Spencer wasn't there because Heidi's sister got married the same fucking weekend. So obviously, they chose the sister-in-law's wedding over the friend's wedding. Maybe they should have changed their wedding dates.
Right. Maybe Brody should have known better.
Right. Maybe Brody planned it on Heidi's sister's wedding so that Spencer wasn't there.
Maybe Brody was just trying to have a nice drama-free wedding. I mean, by playing the Hills theme song,
I feel like if there's no cameras around, Spencer's not drama.
I feel like I would want Spencer at my wedding if we were friends. You know
And
what I mean? I feel like he would bring the hype.
Fun.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
He's got a vibe.
I feel like he's not a villain unless there's a camera in his face.
Right. You know, he could have brought some crystals.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah. He'd bring the good mood.
Yeah. I feel like I would have invited him if I was Brody.
I feel like he was invited. He just couldn't attend it.
Yeah. But, like, I feel like you guys could have coordinated. You guys are really close friends. You couldn't have coordinated to not have your wedding on the same weekend as Heidi's sister? Right. You didn't know?
Right.
Were they last minute? Weddings aren't last minute.
No. You know? Not out there. Maybe sometimes. But
maybe.
They're planning shit for sure.
All right.
Okay, I guess that's all I have for couples.
Let's see. Do I have some couple stuff? I might. I screenshot so much. I don't know. I just, like, kept seeing things this week, and I feel like I normally don't.
Justin Bieber released.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that.
Have you listened to any of it?
No, I didn't.
So he didn't even announce it.
Like, I saw that it was
literally
just like,
the night before, like the evening, sometime Thursday, it just started being like, obviously someone told news stations, you know what I mean? But it just started being like, he's allegedly releasing music at midnight, and then this album just comes out at midnight. There was zero hype, like zero build up to it or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I tried listening to it, but I just don't like. I listen to music. I mean, if a Taylor album's out, like, I definitely find time to listen to it. But, like, I never just put on, like, an album. You know what I mean? Like, when I work out, like, I want to listen to, like, music I know, not listen to something I'm trying to hear. I don't know. So I did put it on for a little bit, and I listened to, like, 2 or 3 songs. And the very first song, I thought I was listening to a Michael Jackson song.
I did hear that.
Literally doing the... What's the noise he makes? I really don't want to embarrass myself and try to recreate it. I'm not gonna do it. I wanted you to do it. You know what I'm saying though? That like noise Michael Jackson makes. Mm-hmm. He was doing that in the very. I don't know if it happened throughout the album because I didn't hear it other than that first song. But I was like, this definitely has like Michael Jackson vibes. Which obviously you're not doing that unless that's like the vibe you're going for.
Right.
And then Daisies, I think, is the first single, and I did like that song.
I heard it was a good
song. Yeah, I liked it.
I didn't listen to it, but I did hear it was good.
Right, but since his Beliebers, like the big fans that have been there from like day one, they don't like it. They say it's too different from his.
Okay, well, people grow and mature and change, and you're supposed to do that, so it's okay.
Yeah,
but they're crazy.
People have a hard time with change.
Crazy. The Beliebers. Leave him alone. I thought we were, we're pro Justin Bieber.
Yeah, but it is the first album that he owns outright. Away from fucking Scooter Braun, finally. And he settled with Scooter because I guess he owed Scooter a fuck ton of money. So that's like done. He's not in debt to fucking Scooter Braun anymore. And this is the first album that he owns the masters to. So him and T Swift are changing the music industry together. Do you want the fan down?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
This does the temp and that does the fan.
Okay, cool.
It was getting cold, yeah. So yeah, he owns all of the masters to this album. It's the first one.
I did see that, and I thought that was really cool. And then I keep seeing, like, positive posts about, like, him and his family life, and, like, you know, they're doing good together. I guess you could tell by the album. Again, I didn't listen to it, but I meant to. And I feel like, you know, good for him.
Right.
Happy for him.
I mean, and honestly, it was, like, the crashing out the last few months. Was that the PR?
Was that his hype? Right.
Right.
He was like, I'm going to get you guys paying attention
to me.
Right,
or talking about me, yeah. I don't know.
Probably. I mean, it makes sense. It's good, especially, like, if you had to wait until you settled this to actually have any PR, you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't have, like, wanted to actually talk about this while Scooter still owns your rights or whatever. Right. So you had to wait for that to be ending. So how else are you going to get attention? Because you know, he has to know that being someone as himself that came up as, like, a child star, as soon as he does something ridiculous, everyone's eyes is going to be on him. Right. Honestly, smart move on his part. Very smart move.
I think like you're crashing out. He used, like, the paparazzi video of him, like, yelling at them in something. I don't know what it was in. If it was, like, a sound clip from it, like a sound
the I'm standing on business part?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And then he also used,
he's smart.
He is. He's very talented.
Yeah.
And musically, like, smart. There's a video, I guess, on YouTube, which a fan put this together, which is crazy that a fan can recognize this and know where it came from. But there's drum sound in one of the songs. I don't know which song it is, sorry. But the fan recognized the drum sound, and it is from a YouTube video that was uploaded of Justin when he was like 3, banging on
that's so cute.
a table. And it's the same, they used that in the song.
That's so cute.
Yeah. It's crazy that someone actually
could figure that out and hear that, right?
That.
Yeah. I don't really have an ear for music like that. And it's weird to it's wild to see when people do, it's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I don't either.
I was in band in middle school and I still can't read music. And my kid's taking music lessons and he's really good with it. And there's things that he's like with the beat, they played a game recently to see, because he is young and he is new to music lessons, to see if he recognized the beat, and he picked it up every fucking time.
Yeah.
And I was I couldn't have done that.
No. Kaylee was really good at it.
Remember, she did violin.
She did, but she could you could play the first second of a song and she could tell you what song it was and who sang it when she was little.
So
I don't know if she still does that. I haven't tested her on that in a long time, but when she was little, we used to do it. She was always knew it. And I'm like, God, how do you do that?
You're actually an ear for music.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
I tried
neat to see.
Get her to play guitar, but she never, she had a guitar, but she never got fully into it.
I remember taking her to violin, because one time I took her to violin and I had to pick up my brother first.
Yeah.
Because he got suspended from school.
Perfect.
And I didn't have time to drop him off, so I had to take him to her violin lesson, and we were a little bit early because I was doing other things, picking up suspended kids and whatnot, right? And we got to her violin lesson, and the teacher was an older woman, and she was like, oh, while you have a young boy here, can he set up the chairs? And so he set up the chairs for her, and then the other parents came in, and we're all sitting there, and me and him are sitting in the back, and the teacher announces, oh, this young man helped me set up my classroom, he's so nice, and one of the parents was giving him dirty looks. He was like, that's the dean that suspended me 2 hours ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I did not remember that story.
I'm sure I told you before.
I know.
But when you didn't know where I was going, I was like, I'm going to tell you. Because you didn't know where that was going. But yeah, we went to Kaylee's violin lesson, and one of the other parents was the dean that had suspended him before I picked him up to pick her up to go to the violin lesson. And the music teacher's like, oh, this nice young man. Yeah. And he's laughing. Because he definitely got suspended by one of the parents in the room 2 hours ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, good times. But yeah, Justin Bieber, good things. Good things for him. I'm happy for him because he has been seeming crazy on the internet.
Yeah,
but it seems like it made sense. He was using them for his own PR because he couldn't do it without paying Scooter or whatever the hell. I like it.
Right.
I like it.
Here's more people suing people.
Okay, cool.
Eminem sues Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know how true this is. Some weird. Sometimes you see shit on whatever pages that aren't legit pages, so you don't know how much truth there is behind it.
Honestly, sometimes I see the Onion's headlines and I'm like, oh, that makes sense, and then I realize the Onion posted it and I'm like, oh, never mind.
But it's for allegedly Eminem is mad at Mark Zuckerberg for letting people use his songs and reels without his permission.
I'm very curious how all that is going to go. I thought that he must have had permission to let people use it because, like, it's different, like, platform to platform, what you can and can't use.
Right.
And then, like, even, like, in CapCut, so, like, I use, like, CapCut to, like, make videos, and, like, there's only certain sounds in CapCut that you can use. But, like, on YouTube, if you want to post a video that's longer than 1 minute on the shorts, you can't add the music from YouTube, so you have to get it from CapCut or VoiceOver or figure out yourself how to add the music, and it's all just very, like... It's interesting. I assumed that they must have had permission per platform.
Right,
so
to
like,
even put it on the platform.
Right. Because, like, if you can add the music to your video after the fact on the platform, you would think the platform had permission. So I'm curious how that plays out, or if it's real, right? Because I don't know. I would feel like Zuck would have had this figured out before he let everybody make reels with their shit.
Right. Like, he's got a lot of people on there, so he's just using it.
And it's not like, I mean, he's old enough. We all remember, you know, like, when Lars took down fucking Napster. You know what I mean? Like, you have to assume that other people will do the same, right? Like, it's kind of a similar situation, right? Like, Metallica, Lars was mad that Metallica's music was being able to be stolen from Napster because we were all stealing music from Napster at that point, and he took down the whole platform, and then that's why we switched to LimeWire.
Right.
So, like, if you remember any of this, which I'm sure you have to as Zuckerberg because you were a fucking teenager when this happened.
Right.
I'm sure you were downloading Napster too. You would think that you would have thought before you put people, especially like someone like Eminem. I think that Eminem will come after you if he feels some kind of way. Like, that's not somebody that's just gonna like roll over and be like, whatever. So I don't know if that. I'm very curious if that's true or real. Yeah, I'm curious.
But I just feel like that's not the first time. Like, they would have to be in like a lawsuit about that. Like, surely people have like gotten mad at them for doing that in the past.
Right.
Like,
and like,
how are we still stealing music from artists?
And like you've said before, like, aren't like precedents set when things happen? So like when Lars sued Napster, was there not a precedent set then that you can't just steal music on the internet?
Right.
Or maybe not. That's how we got LimeWire. But then LimeWire gave all our computers viruses, so were we not? Was LimeWire legal too? I don't know.
Oh, LimeWire was not legal. It was just someone coming in behind them,
right,
doing the same thing before they got caught. Well, until they got shut down, they were already caught. I mean, and there was no catch. You know what I mean?
Right. But they didn't have Metallica on LimeWire because they had been the ones that won. So are we just trying to see like who we can get away with it before people sue us?
Right.
But wouldn't there be a precedent in place at this point because he won that lawsuit?
Right.
Or do you just, like you said, like just keep doing it until you get caught? I don't know.
Right. Eminem's gonna catch him though.
Yeah, well, and you would think with like what Meta has to be a multiple billion-dollar business. You'd think you'd be smarter than letting yourself get sued for something stupid when you're worth that much.
Right, or you're worth that much, you don't give a fuck. But like,
if you have to pay Eminem royalties,
is Eminem songs really that important to use on your fucking platform?
Right, I would just take them off.
Right.
Which
I feel like with her Eminem, I feel like that's just a double, because I mean, honestly, let's be real. TikTok, maybe not so much Reels, but TikTok is like where the popular songs come from. Like, songs are popular on the radio because they go viral on TikTok.
Yeah, and like, so like before I had TikTok a couple years ago, Kaylee was younger. So Kaylee and music again. Kaylee was in my car, and she put on this station, and she was like, "It's all the songs from TikTok, and I love them." And it was like 90s music, and I was like, "This is popular 20 years ago." But that's how these kids are finding the song from 20 years ago that they were popular then, but they don't know it, and then they find it on TikTok, and it blows up again.
I mean, there's literally a song from like, it's like "Pretty Little Baby."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
like, that's
it's all over
from, like,
YouTube
the
now
60s
too,
or something. And the lady is like, it's blowing up on charts right now because, well, was I don't.
And it keeps, every time I post a YouTube video, it's a suggested audio every fucking time.
Right, and so. Yeah, it just creates, it really affects the charts. TikTok,
right.
You know?
So you would think, right, like, and like, Eminem,
want your music on there.
I know.
Or maybe not Reels. Reels isn't quite as, Reels is always like 3 months behind whatever's on TikTok.
Right, but like, and I don't want to be like talking shit about, you know, Marshall, we're big fans, but he's not that relevant. Even if like Reels isn't as cool as TikTok, wouldn't you want any plays that you're getting? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, isn't that still like other people being introduced to your music that might not have been? Like, how much money were you gonna make from these music if it wasn't on Reels? I don't know.
Yeah. It's all kind of like, I guess it's just all legal battle bullshit.
Right. Nonsense. It's not even our business. But I'm curious.
Right.
I don't know how it goes.
I don't know. What do you have?
I have a lot. I got a lot. First of all, let's see what's in my screenshots. My first screenshot is, first of all, I want to talk about we've said it before and I'll say it again because this is just so annoying to me. It made me so mad that I screenshot it. These clickbait ass titles. Like, I get that people want clicks and you want views, right? And that equals money. But, like, this is the heading of this article. U.S. government to remove social media app for Disney park guests, September 2025. Do you know what this article's about?
U.S. government to remove social media app for park guests in 2025.
It's about the TikTok ban again.
What? What?
Because Disney's popular on TikTok.
What?
Stop fucking using these goofy ass headlines. I really thought this was
I mean,
gonna
that
be real.
headline barely even made sense. Like, I had to fully,
it didn't make sense.
process that. And I don't think I even still processed it.
I only clicked the article because I thought maybe there was like a Disney Parks app that I didn't know about.
Yeah,
and
that
I was
was being shut down.
And I was like, I thought that like the government was done fighting with Disney. Like, what are we doing? I thought that like this was over. They hadn't had a fight in like years. I thought that like everything was cool with Disney and the government. And it is. This is just a weird ass clickbait fucking title.
Annoying.
It's so annoying. And then that's also why, like we've said before, it's important to read the articles because sure enough, I read this and I was like, what? And then I opened it and was like, oh, you fucking idiots.
Right.
Kendrick Lamar and his wife paid $347,000 to wipe out school lunch debt in there.
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
right. I thought that was really cool.
It's very sad that much money was owed.
Yeah, right. That was a thing.
Do you know that they have, this is just what I heard. I don't know how, obviously, I always say, I don't know how true it is because I hate to spread shit if I don't know for sure, but also I heard it, so I want to say it. That schools, cafeterias have to make enough food to feed the entire body, school body, whatever, because they don't know who's bringing lunch and who's not. So the food is already bought, already prepared.
And you can't just give it to the kids?
To feed every child there.
So just feed them.
So just fucking feed them.
Just fucking feed them. Just feed them. Kendrick Lamar shouldn't have to pay you for that. Right.
There shouldn't be that much owed on school accounts. I just agree. I just think that school lunch, and I guess there are programs that like it's free lunch and stuff like that, and so you can apply for it and things, but that takes a parent to do, and not all parents do that. You know what I mean? Are there to do it. And there are schools that do like free breakfast. Like that's a more common thing here now.
Right.
I don't know if that's everywhere, but I just feel like if you're making lunch, and what are you doing with the food that gets tossed out? Like at the end of the day, you're just done with it. You just throw it away. Are you reusing it? And then like, I don't know. I didn't want to go on a school lunch rant, but like if you,
I started it, so go ahead.
If your kid owes money and is like past a negative whatever, there's like a threshold, and they go up with hot lunch, they take that hot lunch from your child and give them a cold lunch, like a peanut butter and like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something like that.
That's how that works?
That's how that works.
Why can't you just let them have the food?
Why can't they just have the food? That you take it and throw it in the trash because they've already fucking touched it. And give them a cold lunch. So you're like, oh, that tears at my fucking heart. Like, could you imagine like
being
how that child must feel?
That's so sad.
And it's something that's totally out of their control.
Right. What's an 8-year-old supposed to do?
Like,
are they supposed to get a job to have lunch at school?
Right.
And right, like, what are you, if you're throwing it away anyway, why can't you just let them have it? What are you doing with it?
Child. Like, that should not be a thing.
No.
And the only one of, like, I feel like the only way to prevent that is just make lunch available to everybody at no cost.
Absolutely. I think I saw that, like, the New York schools are going to be implementing that soon. I think it was like,
I know it costs. And I know the schools, unfortunately, are not given enough fucking money to do anything but pass a fucking test.
So stupid.
But I don't know.
Okay, I didn't mean to rant up about the school. Sorry.
It's okay.
But
that's good.
Good for Kendrick Lamar. But he shouldn't have to do that.
He shouldn't have to, but I'm glad he did.
Right, but he shouldn't have to do that. But apparently, Ratatouille 2 is in development at Pixar. I don't know how true this is because, like you said, it's from a movie magic site.
Like the plague.
Maybe. That would be funny though. And then I didn't read this article because it was from the same fucking company that pissed me off with that other one. But I think that it is an interesting Disney World parenting debate, kids seen playing in dangerous resort area. And so I read some of the comments, and everybody was like, it is a thing where, like, sometimes people, no, and you know what? It wasn't even in the comments of that. It was a comment. It was a different post that I had to be in about character dining. And how some of these parents, like, I know you paid a lot of money for Disney, but then they go and, like, they just think that, like, you're at Disney, it's okay. I don't have to pay attention to you anymore. You know what I mean? And, like, you can't do that. You can't sue Disney if your kid gets eaten by an alligator for being in a restricted area.
But you can.
Well, yeah, they do. But, like, right, like, you still have to watch your kids. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just let them go loose. And that's what somebody that, like, worked in the character dining, and they were saying that, like, it was really hard being, like, the cast member that escorts the character, because there will be kids that, like, their parents are like, well, we paid $500 for this meal. We're just going to sit here and eat. You go find the characters. But the characters go table to table and interact with people. So if there's random kids coming up to them, or somebody said that, like, they were just a diner and saw, like, a bunch of kids, like, basically beating up on Tigger and, like, kicking him and pulling his tail, and, like, the parents are just, like, at their table drinking. So just a friendly reminder that when you go to these theme parks, even though you're paying a lot of money, you're still responsible for your children.
Kid. Or, you know, there are nannies.
Yeah, you can pay them.
They literally, like, what a freaking job, right?
Once Upon a Nanny, I hear a lot of good things about it. I haven't used them because I can't afford them, because it's, like, I mean, it's very expensive, which, like, again, is fair. If you can afford, like, a 2-bedroom at the Riviera, you can pay Once Upon a Nanny. It's fine.
Yeah, they come and they meet you at the park.
Or wherever you want.
If
you have little kids that you don't even want to take to the park because they're too young and entitled or whatever, they come to your resort. And you can take your big kids to the park, and they'll have, like, a resort day with your little kids.
Yeah.
They'll stay overnight.
Yeah, it's crazy. What a cool
job, yeah. And it was, like, started by, like, I think, like, a UFC student, UCF, right? The University of Central Florida. Well, that one. There's a couple of them now. But the Once Upon a Nanny is the one that I hear about the most.
Yeah.
And the owner, she's very responsive on Facebook. Like, whenever, like, anybody mentions her company in a comment in, like, any of these groups, like, she's there. She's like, did you want to talk to me?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she's
I
like,
see
some
of the nannies post TikToks.
Yeah.
Which I will say that I don't agree when they show the kids.
Right.
That's some don't, but I did come across one that was showing the kids, and I was like, why are we doing that?
Why are we doing that? Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's not your kid to show.
Most don't, but I have seen.
I don't know, like, did she get express permission from the parents, or I don't know.
Maybe. I don't feel like you need that, though.
Right.
I feel like
you don't need to show the kids.
We don't need to show the kids. Not even with like permission from the parents.
Right.
Because
it's not your kid.
It's not your kid. And I feel like if you're showing the kids, you're losing business. Because if you're showing kids, I ain't hiring you.
Right.
Because I don't want you showing mine.
Right. You know, I don't. Right. You know what I mean? Like, that's what, and, like, and also the thing is, it's not that hard to get content with kids around without showing them. I do it all the time.
Right.
It's very easy to, like I get all kinds of stuff with, like, either he's standing next to me so he's not in my shot, or, like, it's the back of his head because he's in front of me because he's the kid, so he's enjoying it and I'm recording over his head.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's really. And then sometimes, you know, he plays into it and he gets mad about taking pictures and then covers his face, and I'm like, well, you know what, now I can use this one on social media. So.
Right. Well, just cover their face with a fucking emoji or something.
That's also very easy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I do that too. Half the time you see, like, a T-Rex head in my videos.
Right.
And that's just me covering faces in TikTok.
Job, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is. And, like, it's a really cool service. Like, I'm glad that, like, it's a thing.
Yeah, so hire a nanny if you don't want to watch your kids. They'll watch them for you.
Because you can't just let them, like, go fucking
wild. Or, like,
wild
bring a babysitter with you. I did that when I was in high school. I went with a family that I used to babysit her kids all the time. And she took me to Disney, and she paid for my ticket for the park, and we had a day at the park, and then they all wanted to go out at night. So I stayed back in the hotel while the adults all went out.
That's a nice gig.
Right.
Right, yeah.
So that's a thing too. Like, if you know a teenager, bring them with you.
Right. And I bet buying your ticket's a lot cheaper than paying for the nanny online.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's another human to help with control your kids to not attack Tigger.
Right, right. Or, like, if you have, like, uneven amount of people in, like, lines and whatnot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or rides. That's what I meant. You know what I mean? Right. Or, like, height requirements. Like, if someone's too short, then you would stay with them.
Right. It was nice.
Yeah, that sounds
like I had fun doing that.
Yeah. So you want to go work for Once Upon a Nanny now?
No, we live too far.
That's fair.
You should.
I can't. I'm busy. My kid signed himself up for 1,000 activities.
I know.
And then
signed himself up.
Right. And now he's, like, going to, like, I don't know. He put himself in a summer camp. I said, you got one free day a week. He said, well, I'm just going to go that day.
Perfect.
So.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, he's going to one day of summer camp. And not even the full day. He's going to the afternoon.
They allow that?
Yeah, they do, like, it's a full day, but they also have, like, morning and afternoon sessions. You don't have to stay for the whole day. So I just signed him up for the afternoon.
Oh, that's funny.
So he's going there.
He's very busy.
He really is. He's too busy. Kylie Kelsey defends breastfeeding 3-month-old daughter in public and shares tips for other nursing moms. In this day and age, why do we have to defend that? Why are we defending that?
Why are people attacking her?
When I was pregnant, I went to a breastfeeding class and they literally passed out a card that we could all have that states that legally I'm allowed to do this in case people harass you. Why is that a thing? Why can't we just let people like feed their fucking kids and just maybe
this isn't new.
And like, it's not your business.
Right.
And like, if you don't like to see that, then you know what you could do? You could look the other fucking way.
Right.
Or you could grow up.
Right.
Right. You could just be an adult because they're just feeding their child. No one's pulling their tits out to fucking show you, you fucking weirdos.
Right. But please, no issues with the flashing at fucking Mardi Gras. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Yeah, that honestly just like I saw that made my blood boil.
This isn't like a new thing, right?
It's really not.
It's not just something that just started to happen that people maybe are uncomfortable with because it's not like they're not exposed to it. But like this isn't you. This has been going on for all of eternity.
All of eternity.
Literally. Like, why are we still defending it or talking about it?
And like honestly, she's the one. I'm glad. You know what I mean? Because like she'll tell you. So like I'm glad that she told y'all.
Yeah, but she shouldn't have to.
Right, she shouldn't have to. But like she's somebody that like, you know what? I'm glad that y'all said something to her because I feel like I could see her cursing people out about it, and I like that.
Yeah,
I like her. Yeah, I like her a lot. Do you have any information? I know that you're big on TikTok on the antipasto salad drama. Do you want to tell us about that?
I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know. Okay, so I saw the first girls. My TikTok algorithm blessed me with the very first video of the girl crying that she had just moved to this town. Her son made a friend, and she was invited to her 4th of July party by the friend's mother. It wasn't her house, but it was like her family's house. Like they lived in like a family compound. So it was like her neighbor, but it was her neighbor's or aunt or something along those lines. Like her neighbor was her family, and they were having a 4th of July party. So she invited her son's new friend and mom. And so this mom that's crying on the video is so excited. She's making friends. She's going to go to her 4th of July party in this new town. She makes this amazing antipasta salad. It looked so good. It was probably cost so much money and like meat and cheese and stuff. And she shows up at the party and she walks in and everyone's just staring at her. And then someone says, something along the lines of like, who are you? You should introduce yourself when you walk into someone's house. And like, just rude, you know, like if someone walks into your house that you don't know, for me, it's like, hey, I'm so-and-so, welcome. Oh my God, this is amazing. Thank you so much. Like excited for you to, you know, enjoy your 4th, whatever. You know what I mean? Like you would not be like, who are you and why are you here? And like, the girl who invited her was actually the one that like bought all the fireworks and stuff like that. Like, but they were just hosting it at like someone else's house. They weren't doing it at their house. So like it was a joint party. She was a host. It just wasn't her house that she was.
That's the article I read said that the person that invited her was a co-host, but it was someone else's house.
Yes. And so then she just felt like really weird. It was really weird vibes. Like she ended up leaving, taking her kid, and the kid's friend, the one that they went there to hang out with, ended up going home with her, and she just went home. And then so now she's home. She's crying on TikTok about how terrible she felt and how she feels like she ruined her. She's just like trying to make a life in this new town and like meet friends, whatever. And so then the girl, I forget her name, that like was the homeowner, the one that was like not nice to her. Her husband was not nice to her. Gets on TikTok and is like, this was a lady that we don't even know coming up in our house. Of course we're like, who are you? And like totally defended her shitty behavior. Yeah. And then
if someone's coming into your house at a party that you don't know, like you said, why wouldn't you greet them and say, hey, how are you? Who are you? I mean, you can say, who are you? In a nice way, you can say, like you said, hey, my name is so-and-so. And then they will tell you who they are. And then you can figure it out pretty easily.
Right. And so she totally defended her piece of shit behavior and saw absolutely nothing wrong with this. Then TikTok was like totally like just dogging her. And then honestly, after that, I kind of lost track. I think there's like shit still building because TikTok people are fucking wild. Like Hayden told me today that like they found the house. TikTok people found the house and they're like making videos about how they think it's like a drug house because of how it looks. And like, that's probably why they didn't want like people there that they didn't know, and like all these conspiracy theories are now, and I think there's like still more building on that, but I haven't seen.
They're gonna get the poor ATF of this girl's house.
Yeah, for real. I haven't seen past the girl defending her shitty behavior.
I just it's big enough that like I saw an article
everywhere.
written about it like on Facebook.
Yeah,
and I didn't read. I just screenshot. I was like, if it's a big enough thing on TikTok that there's articles being written about it, being shared on Facebook, come on now.
Yeah, but so I don't know past that. All I know is she made antipasta, showed up 4th of July. They were completely bitches, and the bitch doubled down on being a bitch.
Well, that bitch is a bitch.
Right.
All right. So then, I don't know. This other thing, I guess this could be controversial. And at first I was like, what? And then I kind of read more about it. So, and then I wasn't going to say anything, but now I am. So, a former NFL quarterback turned high school football coach has been suspended for giving impermissible benefits to his players. And the benefits were that he was paying out of his own pocket for field paint, pregame meals, clothing, Ubers, physical therapy for his players, as well as funding a training camp for them, all totaling close to $70,000 for the season. And then the meme, or whatever this is dude should be applauded, not suspended. But then they go on to explain, you read the comments in the articles, and it's like, as much as these are good things, rules are rules. And, like, it's a public high school. So, like, I don't know. I guess the only way that I could think of to see the other side is, like, is that not fair to the other teams that you have all of this extra? But then it's like, well, he's just doing good things for the kids.
Well,
and then
hold
it's
on.
like, well, does that give them an unfair advantage on the field?
No, because you know what also gives unfair advantages in teams that play against each other? Teams that are from like high-end fucking neighborhoods that have a ton more money in their fucking taxes than and they play each other.
Right. So is he not leveling the playing field?
Right. Or I don't know if like the school he was in was in like a you know, a less fortunate community, and so he was trying to level the playing field. But I don't like, why can't a coach? I don't know. I feel like, why can't a coach spend his own money if that's what he wants to do? Like, people can donate money. Fucking Joe Schmo, doctor, whatever, can get his fucking name on a building for donating money to his school. Why can't the coach donate money? Teachers have to spend their own money on pencils and pens.
That was my thought.
Why can't a coach spend his own money on a sport?
That was my first thought, is like, if teachers are expected to pay for pens and pencils and things that like the school board's not going to give to them, why is he in trouble for spending his money on things that he can't get? I don't know. And then everybody I feel
like there's more to this story.
There has to be.
If there's not, it's really fucked up, and he has like a leg to stand on. Because why? Why not? Why can't he?
Why not? And that's what like the general consensus seemed to be, that like, regardless of how we feel about it and what we think is right or wrong, it is the rule of the school board in that area, which I don't even know what the area is. And so, but I bet they have like the less fortunate teams playing the highly fortunate fucking neighborhoods, and they don't get the tax money to have
they don't have the same shit.
Absolutely.
I mean, that happens here. Like you these like less fortunate schools are playing these schools that like have brand new uniforms and every year, and you're playing in a fucking uniform the school's had for 10 years, and you're all mismatched. Like, and then you play against a team that is like completely decked out in Nike and has their fucking coaches, you know, like the school board hires in pitching coaches or whatever, if it's or like quarterback coaches. Well, I don't fucking know, like but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's...
No, I do, because this was all my initial reaction. Then I was reading, and people were like, "Well, rules are rules," and I was like, "I mean, I fucking guess, right, right." So that's why I was gonna say, because I was like,
"Rule, that's fucking terrible."
And I knew you were gonna react like this, so I'm glad that I said it.
You should be able to spend money on fucking young athletes if you.
And that's what I felt, and I felt like, and especially like the things that they are. It's like pregame dinners. I feel like that's
like, you're feeding my kids. Oh my god! So
I feel like that's
terrible.
not a crazy thing for him to pay for.
Because we were bitching that we weren't getting pregame dinners
or like Ubers.
Right.
What do you mean? If the kid's parent or they can't get to practice and you pay for the Uber because they wouldn't have been able to get there anyway, is that really a problem?
How do we support this guy?
Where's the I'll tell you his name. I think he's got the money. The problem is they've suspended him.
Where's the not the GoFundMe? Where's the petition?
Yeah, because he's got the money.
Because I need to support him.
His name is Teddy Bridgewater.
I like you. You should not be in trouble.
Miami.
Fucking Florida. What do you know? He played for Miami or
Northwestern?
He lives in Miami?
I'm trying to read like the...
I'm sure Miami has a very large difference in schools. Like there are rich parts of Miami and slum parts of Miami. Is that terrible to say slum?
Yeah. Okay, so where is he? He's an American professional football player. Blah, blah, blah. He lives in he was born in Miami, so I'm sure he lives there now.
Just trying to help out
Suspended by
his
Miami
community.
Northwestern.
Yeah. Miami, do better.
Yeah, the Florida High School Athletic Association began looking into allegation that Bridgewater provided impermissible benefits. So this is his statement. The suspension, this is an excerpt from his statement. The suspension came from MNW, and it's impossible to suspend someone who doesn't work for you. So if I'm suspended from MNW, I'm free to go to another school of my choice, but I'm not going anywhere. And if it comes down to it, I will volunteer from the bleachers like I used to in 2018 and 2019 when no one had a problem. So he's not gonna stand for this.
So he's not even, they hired him as a coach. He's not even like, I guess he's an employee of them. Is he not? I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, right? Because, remember when we played soccer and our coach came from he worked for a different school, but he coached our team because he was looking to get into girls soccer coaching because he was into soccer. Remember, he was really cool. We liked him. But he didn't work for our school. He worked at a different school.
Right.
So I don't know if it's something like
And I don't think you have to be a teacher to be a coach either, because I have heard of in the baseball world, people who were coaches at rec being coaches at the high school level. Yeah. And they weren't teachers. They were just hired as a coach.
I have a cousin who coached baseball briefly for a high school in New Jersey, and he is certainly not a teacher.
Right. So they do hire outside, but
is he not hired by the school? Is he paid by the school board?
If he's hired from outside, he would be hired by the school board. Yeah. So I don't know. But either way, he should be able to help those kids.
And he said he's going to.
It's not an unfair advantage.
He said he's just going to volunteer if they fire him. So either way, I think he's going to handle it.
Right.
So good for him. We're fans.
Yeah, I like him.
We didn't know him until now, but we're fans. So I screenshot this while we were chatting because I didn't want to miss anything. So I'm going to do this and then I'll go back to... See, I really have so much. This is just my screenshots. I sent a bunch of stuff too. So this is the man that is suing Tyler Perry.
Oh.
This is a People magazine article. According to the complaint, Dixon is suing Perry for quid pro quo, sexual harassment, sexual battery, sexual assault, intentional infliction of emotional distress, retaliation, and more. He's requesting a jury trial and damages of $260 million. So maybe I shouldn't have been so quick to defend Tyler Perry, because this is kind of... I don't know that you'd be requesting a jury trial if you didn't think you had it in the bag. You would be willing to quietly take the settlement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that this is not looking good for Mr. Perry. The complaint details instances of Perry allegedly pinning Dixon against the wall of Perry's trailer and aggressively groping his buttocks in a sexual motion, as well as several sexual assaults that occurred at Perry's home. Dixon's accusing Perry, in his complaint filed June 13th in Los Angeles Superior Court, Dixon accused Perry of creating a coercive, sexually exploitive dynamic while he worked for him. Dixon accused Perry in the lawsuit of initially promising him career advancement and creative opportunities, such as producing his pilot and casting him in his show, only to subject him to escalating sexual harassment, assault, and battery and professional retaliation when he did not reciprocate Perry's unwanted advances. Dixon was asked if he tried to settle with Perry privately before filing his complaint. And Dixon said, there are always attempts to resolve situations like this privately, but they never result in the type of change necessary to protect further victims, he said. At the end of the day, my absolute fear is that he will be able to continue doing this without any major consequences. Dixon said he tried to convince himself for a long time that something like this was part of the industry, or that he had to keep working. He had to accept it to keep working. But eventually I couldn't stay silent anymore. He said that he's received a mixed response since filing the lawsuit a month ago, including death threats. This is why people, especially men, don't come forward. I was afraid to come forward. I knew it would be awful, and I was right. And I did it too. You know what? I'm sorry, Dixon. Everyone does...
I mean, that statement that Dixon just that you just read from him, that doesn't sound like someone
that's making it
that's
up.
just out for money.
No, this sounds very real.
Right.
It sounds very real.
But then my first thought is it's just going to play out the way the Diddy trial did, where he liked it because he thought it's another man in power. It's another one of the same situations that Diddy just got away with.
But you know what? At least they're being exposed. I mean, it's not good. It's not ideal that like they're getting away with it. But now we know. So now it's up to us. Are we going to watch Tyler Perry movies anymore?
Right.
No, we're not. We're not listening to Diddy music. We're not watching Tyler Perry movies. Medea has a new movie out. I just saw it on Netflix. But you know what? I'm not going to watch it now. I'm not watching it. And I think as much as the court system is fucked and as much as these people keep winning and getting in power, that's all we can do is like the small thing. Whatever we can do, we should at least do that.
Right.
So we can not, like, there was a song and I was like, oh, that would go good with this. And then I realized it was produced by Diddy and I didn't use it.
I know. There was a viral sound that was by Chris Brown.
Yes.
And I wanted to use it because it was such a good
yes,
the 8 count. Yes. And I wanted to fucking use it. And then I saw who it was from and I was like, no, not fucking doing it.
Same. And like, so I mess around with CapCut a lot. So CapCut like has like creator challenges and you can make money. I made like $22 on CapCut last week. It's not a lot, but like,
it's fucking
hey, it's something.
Yeah.
Right. For like just making my little videos.
Yeah,
I'll take it, CapCut. Yeah. Right. And they were pushing that sound and it was one that like you could have made money if like you would have had like exports from it. And the same thing I saw was Chris Brown. And then like you could use another one that was posted by someone else, but the sound was still made by Chris Brown and I couldn't do it. And I kept seeing it and I had so many good ideas for it, but I just couldn't do it. And I feel like that's all we can do. You know what I mean? So Dixon says everyone deserves to go to work and do their job without their boss trying to have sex with them.
You know, wow, Dixon. What a
controversial thing to say.
Fucking statement.
What a thing to say. You shouldn't have to say stuff like that, right? You know what I mean? Like we should all just know that this is the thing. You shouldn't have to say that.
You don't
you
fucking say, Dixon.
But it's crazy that he has to say this.
I know.
My goal is to help ensure that the next generation of actors and creatives don't have to choose between their dreams and their dignity. You know what? I'm on.
You know what?
Power to Dixon. I'm just gonna delete these all.
I'm
here
not
so I don't
watching
forget.
Medea, Dixon. You got me.
Yeah, honestly, and I almost put it on today because I was folding laundry, and you know I
saw it last night.
Stuff.
I think it was, and I was looking for something stupid to put on, but I didn't. And
I started American Vandal instead because Facebook also told me to watch that, and then people were in the comments and like, "This is old. Why? I thought you were gonna give us a new show." And I was like, I don't care if it's old because I didn't watch it yet.
Right.
It's really stupid.
I ended up finishing Ginny and Georgia, which was really fucking good.
I still haven't watched any of it.
Oh my god. Okay, the first season was really good. Second season was really good. And usually shit gets worse and worse. Like, how do you keep fucking going? But, like, this season was really fucking good.
Is this the third?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But, like, it's a good show that you have to pay attention to, right?
It is. Kind of.
That's hard.
It's like a... Yeah, it's got storylines like that you can get lost in if you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But you'd really like it.
You know, I'll have to check it out because I am always like, it's like, but like I watch TV like when I'm folding laundry and there's like children yelling and practicing their drum and there's a cat fighting me for my socks, you know? So I'm only half paying attention. That's why I watch stupid shit.
Right.
But
I get that, but you would really like
check
that show.
And
the season 3 had like, I don't know, I just really liked it. And they like left a cliffhanger, so there's definitely going to be season 4. It's just a really good show. It's very well made, and the actors are really good in it.
I like that. I like that. I'm interested. I'm gonna have to check it out because I feel like I've heard too many good things now. All right, now let's get to the good news. Don't look at my phone.
Okay.
Doc Antle sentenced to prison for wildlife trafficking and money laundering. You believe that?
5 years later.
Finally. Good for him, though. I mean, good for you know what I mean. Good for the world. We knew that he was up to some shit.
Is there anything in there about like, can you get in trouble for didn't he have all the wives too?
I think so, but I don't know because I mean they do it in Utah. The Mormons marry 10 children at a time. So
dude, these people came on my TikTok that were like sister cousins, and they had like it was like a cult. I don't fucking know, some kind of cult, and they all derive from like the same fucking man up here, and like you have to marry.
Clubfoot.
You have to marry like someone that is older than you in your family. Like, this is all fucking cold. It's all fucking incest. Like, this girl was giving, like, a thing. I'm sorry, this is going way fucking different than, like, documental. I don't know how we got... I do know, because I just said it. But, it was, like, her dad... Okay. Oh, I can't remember how it went. Her dad was also her uncle or something like that. And, like... But then he married... So, her dad married his brother's daughter... And they had a kid together, and that's her mom and her dad. And then they divorced. Then the dad divorced the brother's daughter and married someone else in the family, though. Like a younger person than the brother's daughter. Then like this person, then someone else had a kid, and then he eventually married that kid. And then I think right now he's married to like a great grandchild in his lineage. And he has kids with them all. And like so if she stayed in the cult, she's out of it. If she stayed in the cult, she would have had to marry someone older than her. So she would have had to have married like her uncle's son.
Ew. So your cousin.
Yeah. So like her dad is also
like first cousin.
Her dad is also her uncle or something fucking crazy. I don't know. It was so fucking hard for me to even like follow and wrap my head around. But I'm like, this happens. This is real life. This is your life.
That's crazy.
And she didn't look fucked up like incest that bad. But that DNA is all fucked because apparently that's been going on for like centuries.
Well, I was gonna wonder like
all like there's no derivative of their DNA. They're all fucking related.
Because I was going to say, like, doesn't that take, like, generations to be, like, a real problem sometimes? But if they've been doing it for generations, Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yeah.
Well, and you got to think, like, European history, like, they were doing it for, like, centuries until it started to catch up and everybody was all clubfoot.
Yeah, I don't know when it's going to catch up to these people, but it was very wild. But anyway, so Doc's in jail. That's cool.
Yeah.
He should have been there a very fucking long time ago. Why did it take so long?
Yeah.
Maybe Dade City Zoo's in jail too.
I hope so.
Finally.
Yi is accused of sexual assault and sex trafficking by ex-assistant in lawsuit. I didn't bother reading the article because I feel like we believe that. Kendrick Lamar already said that part. I made a meme about this on our page, but Clueless turned 30?
That's fucking wild.
How old are we? Best teenager movie ever made, first of all, right? As if. Tom Brady and Sophia Vergara, I already said that. Justin Bieber, you already said that. So some of this stuff we already touched. Lilo and Stitch has passed the Minecraft movie and is now the highest grossing Hollywood film of 2025. Devil Wears Prada 2, full cast has been revealed. I didn't read the article because I didn't watch the first movie because I read the book and the book was good, so I was afraid they were going to ruin the movie.
I like the movie.
I know people love it, but like the book is really good.
I just rewatched the movie not too long ago.
And then Tom Brady's rep addresses claim that Sophia Vergara is too old. You know, I'm addressing that claim right now. It's stupid.
Stupid.
Kendrick Lamar and SZA overtake Beyonce and Jay-Z as top grossing joint tour artists. Huh? I like that. I like that. Good for them. You know what? We know since the Drake beef, I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan, but more and more each day. Jeff Bezos reportedly is buying Vogue as the wedding gift for Lauren Sanchez, and that's why Anna Wintour. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about any of that. Does any of this make sense?
No, I read a.
You could just buy Vogue. I mean, I don't know. Bezos
probably.
Money. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. But like, I mean, I feel like it kind of makes sense just because like you don't see Anna Wintour dropping down for any other reason.
I know.
But that's why if Jeff Bezos bought Vogue, then yeah, she would be done with it.
Right. But I did see something that said like she's head of like American Vogue, right? Because then there's like
French Vogue,
European.
But like
EU
also she's got to be a couple hundred years old.
I mean, she's been head of Vogue forever, right?
Yes.
But I saw like so there's like a page on Instagram and stuff that I follow is called Du Mois, and it.
Oh yeah, you told us all this.
And they like send in blinds and stuff, and you don't really know like it's anonymous. You don't know who. A lot of times you don't know who the blind is about. They never like it's just clues, and you have to fucking like figure it out, and you don't know who sent it in either. But there was a blind about Anna Wintour, stepping down, and it pretty much said that like American Vogue has not been performing anywhere near like the European Vogue or whatever for like a few years now, and so they were like she was being pressured to step down.
She's old as shit,
right?
I feel like that's
so. I don't know, like I don't know if they announced like someone has got to take her place though, right?
I saw recently that there was like a real fucking like job posting up somewhere. People were like, there's no way that like you can really just apply to be the editor of fucking Vogue. Like they've got to be promoting from within or whatever.
I would hope that. Right? I mean, I think the people within would hope that.
Right. Like I hope it's not like on Craigslist.
There's got to be somebody that's put in fucking years of work there to like have that job.
Right. Not just like go on Indeed and sign in. And now I'm the editor of Vogue.
Or like marry Jeff Bezos.
Right. Tyler Perry, we just talked about that. Okay, so this is fun. Because we love Colin Jost and Scarlett Johansson.
Yes.
So apparently there was some people talking about how she had kissed her co-star on the red carpet. And they were harassing the shit out of him about it. And he said, I think it's going to be okay. Jonathan is an out gay man. It didn't seem like the biggest threat. People really blow it out of proportion when someone kisses their friend hello. Once again, we love you, Colin Jost. You know what I mean? Because, like, he's right.
I think he actually went on in that interview to say, maybe I should kiss him next.
You know what? Good. I love how, like, they're not serious. You know what I mean? They're like, this is stupid. Stop it.
All right.
And then Diddy made an AI... 50 made an AI video of Diddy walking the carpet in a baby oil dress.
Oh my god.
It's just, sometimes you just gotta see what, like, 50's up
to. Some bullshit.
That's what 50's up to. He's making things. Have you heard about your friends, the Menendez brothers?
Oh, they might get off.
Apparently there's new
evidence. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about it?
I think it was like something from the cousin or some. I don't know. It was like
interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see how that plays out. We'll keep you updated on that. We'll look into it more. And then this is the Disney news all fucking day. So obviously Disneyland is having their I don't know how obvious that is actually if you're not super into Disney. But Disneyland is having their 70th anniversary. It's a big deal. It's a whole thing.
Disneyland is in California, friends.
Right.
Not in Florida.
So Disneyland, right? Because we had our 50th a couple years ago. So they're having their 70th now. So they unveiled a animatronic that they've been working on forever. It's been all over like the Disney spaces, but like there's videos of it up now. It was the first look. It's a Walt animatronic, and Walt is like telling you like his story, and like it looks, I don't know, it looks kind of cool. But like this is literally like every Disney post today is about this. And that might be all I have.
All right,
but it was quite a bit. So
it was quite a bit.
I had stuff.
What are we at? Like an hour?
Yeah.
Just at. So there's one little thing that I want to touch base on because it's fucking wild, and I don't think we've talked about it yet. Have you heard about the 17-year-old that murdered her mom and stepdad and then posted all on social media, like crying and wanting to know what happened to her mom and stepdad and wanting to find the killer? And she was in the house, and the 6-year-old sister found the bodies. And she says that she didn't hear the gunshots, but he like slept with like he had a heart problem, so he slept with some sort of machine, and like she didn't hear the gunshots, but she supposedly heard the machine kill, like his heart stopped. You know what I mean? Like, because he had a machine that like watched his heart, and she says she kind of heard that, but she thought it was just because he was like sleeping or something like that, so she didn't wake up to go check on him, and like the kid found the next day or whatever. I don't know, but she was like, This happened back in like March, and it's now July, and she just turned herself in for the murder of them. And she had like reached out to like true crime podcasts that like, on TikTok or whatever, and said like, hey, you should look into the Brock case. And the podcast with it, the TikToker was like, what Brock case? Like, she shared her messages, and she was like, remember the Brock that like got in trouble for the college student that like got away with raping those girls?
Yeah. Brock Turner.
So she was like, Brock Turner, and she was like, no. And then it's like said her parents' name. She's like, my parents were murdered. Well, my mom and my stepdad were murdered, and I really we don't know who did it. You should look into it. Can you do an episode on it to bring attention to it? And she fucking was the one that did it. And like she was all over like anything that was posted about them, like just advocating to like find the killer, and was like but like never was ever scared, never was worried for her safety, like never said anything about, oh my god, like I was asleep in that house, like why didn't they get me, why did they only get them, like why did they not get, you know what I mean, like nothing, never any sort of fear. Very like red that flaggy. Yeah. And like stood up and like did a whole sermon at their freaking funeral, Like a whole thing.
So she's some kind of like sociopath,
right?
Like
I fucking think so. I think she was 16 when it happened. She's 17 now, and she was just turned herself in. Like the police called her and said like, you have a warrant out for your arrest, and like her dad took her to the fucking police station to turn herself in. Let me figure out her name. I had saved it. You didn't, so you don't know.
No, I've never heard anything about this. This is insane.
It's
and like
fucking crazy.
You've got to be some kind of fucking psychopath, right? To be like,
for sure.
You're DMing people and asking them to look into the murder that you fucking committed.
That you committed. You're like she was trying to like bring attention to it. Like
all
it
right,
wasn't getting
attention seeking.
Like it wasn't getting enough national attention for her.
Well, no, she's a fucking psychopath, and she needed that attention. That's why she did it. It seems like. I mean, I don't know
there was like mixed things about people like saying, and nothing says her name. Teen accused of killing mom and stepdad. We reportedly posted TikTok tributes. Probably should delete later.
Yeah, probably should.
So there was mixed like locals saying like, oh yeah, she was fucking terrible in high school. Like she wasn't right in the head. She had gone to like mental facilities and stuff like that. But
they didn't know she was a fucking murderer?
Yeah, but the poor fucking kid. Well, obviously the poor parents, but then like you got to think of like
so was the 6-year-old. So that was like probably both of his parents,
right?
So he's not out of parents because you're a fucking psycho,
right?
And like, what kind of attention-seeking nonsense is that you were calling and texting people to look into the murder that you committed?
So it's from Georgia. Sarah Grace Patrick is accused of killing her mother, Kristen Brock, and her stepfather, James Brock.
What a
and this
crazy
happened
person.
in Georgia, Carroll County. Yeah, so I don't know. That's kind of where it's at now. Like, she was just arrested. This was 6 days ago.
Jesus.
Yeah. And was like all over social media trying to find her killer. Fucking weird.
Yeah, I have not heard anything about that.
So officers received, this is from like a local news source. Officers responded to a residence after receiving a 911 call from 17-year-old Sarah Patrick on February 20th. Upon entering the home, they found the parents deceased from multiple gunshot wounds. Halsey claimed that after Patrick shot her parents, she left the bodies in plain view until her 6-year-old sister found them, but didn't exactly understand what happened to them. The smallest daughter found them, and Sarah made the 911 call.
And, like, you're such a fucking psycho that you let that little girl find them when you knew they were dead because you fucking killed them, you weirdo.
Right.
Why would you traumatize your sister like that?
Right.
Fine. You want to kill your parents? Whatever. Terrible plan. But, like, don't let the kids see it. Or is that part of your big story?
I don't know. She was, like, all over social media and shit, too. Like, it's just fucking wild. She's fucking psycho.
That's really fucking crazy.
And hopefully you get life for that, right? Like, she ain't getting out. If you're fucking crazy like that at fucking 16, you ain't changing. Right?
Did you know that there is a person, man, I can't remember her name. She's a famous author now. But when she was a teenager, her and her friend killed her mom. And then they went to, like, prison for a while. And then they got out and changed her name.
Is that because it's happened when they were underage?
I think so.
Will she, like, possibly not get life because she was only 16 at the time of the...
And I think it depends on, like, what they decide. Famous author that's a murderer. It's a woman.
Like, you wonder if there was some sort of, like, abuse
Anne
or
Perry?
something going on in the house. Like, the Mendez brothers, you know? But from any of the locals and stuff, they were all saying, like, they were great people, but that Mendez brothers were great people, too.
Yeah, the Anne Perry, she's a British convicted murderer and writer. So she, in New Zealand in 1954, when she was 15, she and her 16-year-old friend murdered the friend's mom. And then after serving a 5-year sentence for the murder, she changed her name and returned to the United Kingdom. And then she was identified by the media following the release of the film Heavenly Creatures, directed by Peter Jackson, which is based on the case.
5 years is all she got for murdering her friend's mom?
Let's look at the murder and trial. I mean, this is New Zealand. I don't know what their laws are like. I only know one person from New Zealand.
What was this, Tyler Hadley or whatever?
Yeah, wasn't he here?
He got life. He ain't getting out.
they were too young to be considered for the death penalty under New Zealand law at the
So just give them
time.
5 years. I feel like that's not anything. If my child murders me, please give them within 5 years.
They were convicted and sentenced to be detained at Her Majesty's pleasure. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's some New Zealand jail.
New Zealand talk. Yeah.
At the time of Perry's death in 2023, they were not believed to have had any contact since the trial.
Oops, I just messed that up.
So, yeah. And, like, this doesn't seem like much different than, like, the, Hadley case. Like, because I was thinking for a second, I was like, well, is it because, like, his was kind of gruesome? But, like...
He was 17.
They thought that they were going to hit her in the head with the brick once, but they actually ended up having to hit her in the brick with the head 20 times.
What the fuck?
Yep. On 22nd of
And they
June,
got 5 years and she's just roaming free writing books?
she died a couple years ago. But yeah, she was until then. She lived from 1938 to 2023. So yeah, she had a very long life after murdering her friend's mom.
Hadley was 17. He hosted a party at their house with the body still inside. Remember that?
Yeah.
And he was sentenced to life in prison. So maybe times have changed and we're a little different than New Zealand in 1954.
Hopefully.
Because that bitch should not be getting out.
No, she shouldn't have been. She shouldn't have been able to go be like a famous author.
No.
Right. You murder somebody and then you get to go be famous?
Yeah.
No. That doesn't really seem cool.
No. What's up with all these people killing parents, man? These fucking psychos.
Right. But you know what? I'm going to defend. I still have my favorite parent murderer, Gypsy Rose. You know what I mean? I'm still on Team Gypsy. I know she's
fucking insane.
She is insane. But it's her mom's fault.
Yes.
Her mom Stockholm syndrome the shit out of her until she felt like she had no. And now she's like, I feel bad. You know what? I'm still Team Gypsy.
Yes, but at some point she's got. I mean, maybe you can't. I don't fucking know. At some point you can't blame your past for your crazy.
Yeah, right now. She's trying to get her shit together. And she has said, like, she's apologized for it. But she's also, I don't know how much I believe. I think that she's just saying things because she's, like, completely blaming the boyfriend. But, like, you told the boyfriend to murder your mom.
Right?
Yeah. And she's like, that was all him. Girl, you told him to murder your mom.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that, like, again, like, I do think that at the time she felt like there was no choice. Because at that point she had found out that she hadn't been sick and this woman had been, like, caging her whole life and telling her.
But why is he still in jail?
That's what I don't get.
Because, like, can we not say that he, like, manipulated him?
Yeah, for sure. And that, and that is the reason that, like, I still think that, like, at the time she made the choice that she thought was right for her.
And she did serve time.
But I don't like that she's now.
How much time did she serve? I don't remember.
Not long, a couple years. But I don't like that
5.
she's like, probably. I think it's probably about that. But I don't like that she's now, like, putting it all on him because, like, we all know that you told him to kill your mom.
Yeah, he didn't do it on his own accord.
Right. Like, we know that you told him to do that. And, like, I'm with you that you had your reasons.
Or she manipulated him in a way to do it without actually saying do it, right? I mean, maybe she did, but I feel like you can, like...
I think, right, like, maybe, like, she made him feel bad enough for her, or, like, and I think they were planning a life, I think that what happened was they were planning a life together, and they realized that that was not going to happen with Dee Dee still in the picture.
Right.
But now from what I heard last time I saw her name, she was on there crying about her dead mom. Girl, you killed her, what do you mean?
Right. Now that she's a mom, she has different...
Oh, yeah, she did have a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the best plan to let her have a kid like that. I don't know.
Hopefully she doesn't Stockholm syndrome him.
Right, because, like, even though, like, again, I see where she's coming from, I don't know that she is sane enough to be out and about and making choices. You know what I mean? Like,
kids.
Like, I don't know, but, like, can you lock her up for her whole life after she was Stockholm syndrome locked up basically her whole life? I don't know. That one,
but then we just let him go. Maybe get her some therapy.
Yeah, she should be in, like, court-ordered therapy for life. Right? Yeah. Like, she should have a court-ordered therapist for life.
Right.
Yeah, this other one, I don't know about her, though.
No, she's going away, hopefully, forever.
I'm like, you traumatized your little sister for what? Clout?
For what?
For what? To be a fucking... I don't like that. I don't like that you let the sister find them.
Right.
I don't like that. I mean, I don't like that you just killed your parents and then started DMing TikTokers to look into it. That seems like you're a fucking
can you
psychopath.
Find the murderer? Like, you literally are just mad that, like, your murder didn't make national news. Now it did.
Right.
That's all she wanted.
She's looking for attention.
Right.
Weird attention seeking. That you're so attention seeking, you gotta kill your parents.
People are fucking crazy.
People are crazy.
All right.
Well,
I guess on that note. Do you know, okay, my ears have been funky. This is weird, and this is not... My ears have been itching so bad, like inside my fucking ear canal. Like I clean them, it doesn't matter. They just fucking itch. So I look it up. Do you know that that's a sign of perimenopause?
Yeah.
Well, it's fucking stupid and it's really annoying. And I'm not old enough to be there.
No, but you are.
But I'm not.
But you are.
But that's why I just thought, like, I'm like, it's itching my fucking ear all the time. And then it hurts because I'm like,
itching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My ears have been like real weird and like poppy. And then they're like, I take my like little sinus medication, everything's okay. And then like I take it for a couple of days and like it builds up, right? So then I feel like everything's cool and it's fine. And then I don't take it for a couple of days and then it's back in my ears itching and it's ringing and it feels clogged.
Yeah. It doesn't do all that. It just fucking itches.
And
they say it's like dry ear canals. Like how do you undry an ear canal? You can't fucking put lotion in there.
Do they make ear lotion?
Oh no, I'm about to put like vitamin E on a fucking Q-tip. Can't do that.
Someone told me recently that you should use olive oil for not ear infections, for like loosening earwax. So I don't know if that would work. Like maybe you just put like you just lube your ear with olive oil.
I don't know. I mean, Christopher, like after you go swimming in a canal or something like that, because that's fucking rednecks too. If you go in dirty water, he puts hydrogen peroxide in ears to kill like any bacteria that could have gotten in there. So I guess there is something that like stops it from actually going.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if like an ENT would tell you to do that, but
probably not.
That old redneck will.
The ENT will tell you not to put your head in there.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, just don't go under.
Maybe don't go swimming in a dirty canal.
No.
Well,
you used to have to do it for work though.
Yeah. And that's like if you have to, that's one thing, right? But like I still don't think the ENT's gonna approve.
Yeah, but I feel like if he could put hydrogen, or I was going with that, if he could put hydrogen peroxide in his ear, I could probably put like a little vitamin E in there, right? To like
try it.
I don't fucking know what itches though.
Let us try it. Let us know what happens.
I'm too chicken shit.
Go to the doctor and ask them if you can do it. They'll tell you. Yeah. Or not.
They'll probably tell me not to.
Yeah, probably. But maybe
they'll probably make them like eardrops or something.
Maybe. Right. So I'm sure they have to be something they can do.
If I could put eardrops in my ear, I could put vitamin E in my ear.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be. I'm gonna Google that. Not right now. All right, thanks.
Never mind.
Okay, now really on that note, I'm gonna go itch my ear. Bye.
All right.
Peace out. Down. Thanks for being here.
If you like this, share with a friend. Don't forget to like and follow.
And find us on all social media at parkinglotchats.podcast. That's Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Same handle.
Thanks for being here.